Okay, this is aardvarkreloading.com's homepage, and in Jumpstart number 1 I had you click on the homemade primers where you viewed these 4 tutorials and you cleaned up a couple of hundred primer cups. Back to home. In Jumpstart number 2 I had you click on the More tab, H48, where you may have ordered the 4 main ingredients off of the internet, mixed them to this tutorial, but we found that H48, although it's inexpensive and easy to make, it is corrosive to your barrel back to home. But there's a lot of excitement and discussion about the new recipe called EPH20. What makes it so exciting is it's non-corrosive to your barrel, and it's today's topic. This is Jumpstart 3. From Aardvark's home screen, let's click on the EPH20 tab, and we can see the 4 main ingredients of EPH20 being lead nitrate, lead hypophosphite, ground glass, and nitrocellulose. Let's knock these out one by one. The ingredient lead nitrate, that comes from Amazon. It's roughly $20. You add it to the cart. Quantity 1 is fine. By the by, this little triangle here works similar to the movies. If you click on lead nitrate from Amazon and it's out of stock, investigate any triangles and see if, let's say, eBay's lead nitrate is $24 roughly. So it's significantly higher, but it may be the only game in town that has something in stock. I'm trying to make all this easy click simple and not test you on how well you can surf the internet and find products, especially when you might not know exactly what you're looking for. I'm trying to make this as easy as possible so that you can get back to reloading primers. And the next ingredient is sodium hypophosphite. A good question is, how many grams should I order? For conversation's sake, I'm going to say 200 grams. That's only $20. And hey, free shipping. And today is July the 8th. They're suggesting that it'd be roughly 2 weeks before you get it. I'd be more inclined to believe this date, or roughly a little over a month. That's pretty quick for sodium hypophosphite. This would be a good topic to introduce yourself to the guys at MeWe. Ask them how much sodium hypophosphite that you should order. They'll have a good feel for that since they may have ordered it recently. One of the members at MeWe contributed a spreadsheet that will calculate the price of 1,000 primers, and at one point I came up with $4 for 1,000 primers. Let's go back to home. Ingredient number 3 is ground glass, and here's how you grind glass. You take your mouse and you move it toward this add to cart and you click on it. This ground glass is a good high quality glass. It's very, very fine, and it's just ready to go. It's the best $20 you'll ever spend. The 4th item is NC, which is short for nitrocellulose, or it's really the powder, the dust-sized powder from gunpowder, the smokeless powder that you already have. And you mix that with acetone according to these tutorials here, and you take a file that looks something like this, and you file on that cookie, and you catch the filings, and that's what item number 4 is. It's essentially gunpowder dust. We have to discuss one other thing. See, it says lead hypophosphite from sodium hypophosphite. You do have to perform a wet chemistry lab. It is about as simple as wet chemistry can be, and I've even given you the equipment that you need for this lab. It does involve beakers and such, but your biggest expense is going to be this hot plate stir, and they're about $65 on the internet. But I've got yet another video that goes down each one of these items. But this punch list here is accurate down to the paper towels and the ice that you'll need for this particular lab. But you do have to buy this lab equipment to make the lead hypophosphite from that chemical that you bought on eBay. Let me describe the lab to you in layman's terms. You're going to have 2 beakers of water, and you're going to put one chemical on one side and one chemical on the other, and you're going to heat them until they both dissolve into a liquid. I don't think I've lost anybody yet. Then you're going to take the contents from the small beaker and you're going to add it to the big beaker slowly. Not because it's going to boil over or anything like that. It's just you got to give these chemicals time to react. So he's going to take an eyedropper and add it from the small beaker to the big beaker, a drop at a time. Yep, from there you put the contents of the big beaker through a coffee filter and you let that drain. From there you take the contents out of the coffee filter, spread it out on a paper towel, and let that dry. The end result is something to be proud of. So there you have it, EPH 20, 4 simple ingredients, and we give you how to mix them together under this tutorial. When I first started this series, I said clean up your primer cups and such. What I really wanted to say was step number 1 to learning how to reload primers is to go to the eBay site and get your sodium hypophosphite on order, then start learning how to clean up your primer cups and gathering your lab equipment. If I'm wrong about this, you're going to be out a $20 bill. But if I'm right, you just saved yourself a couple of weeks in being short of primers. This is Mark on aardvarkreloading.com. If you have the financial means, donations on Patreon would be appreciated, but not required. Details below. And if you have technical questions, please join me at the MeWe group called Primer Reloading. Hope to see you there.